What's up, family? In today's video, we'll be looking at creepy and strange TikToks.
Bruh, look at it beaming and gleaming. That's the thing that got me messed up. Like, I don't even
Yo,
know what to say or do about this.
nickel-plated Pringles. Yo, we got chrome-plated Pringles. Yo, snap, you see that? Orbs in Vegas. What is this? Yo. Was that a reflection? What's going on there?
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday.
Nah,
and
bro,
right now,
for real.
you can save £50 per person.
Mm. Mm.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4. We've got millions of free child place holidays available, with 22 kilograms of baggage included.
Why are you taking the camera? I haven't seen that footage yet. Okay, hold on. Let me read this because I don't know what's going on. Leading up to Operation Desert Shield, Desert Storm, 3/8 calf out of Gelnhausen. Sorry, y'all. I don't know how to say that word. Was ordered to dispose of old 105 millimeter M546 Appers T Beehive rounds with anti-personnel shells packed with thousands of fletchets. You know, I'm not military based, so someone want to explain? Since the M60A3 tanks were gone, the CAF reached out to their Air Force attachments headed for the Gulf. The AC-130 gunship still carried the 105, making it the perfect match. It also gave the CAF troopers practice in calling in real airstrikes. During a training rotation at Hohenfels, the squadron scouts spotted what they thought was just another target. When it lit up their thermals, they called in a strike on it, but the object wasn't what they expected. It wasn't a drone, it wasn't a balloon. It was an orb UAP, like the one that took the Hellfire missile. Yo, I was reading that like Floyd Mayweather. My bad, y'all. So what are these orbs?
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person.
Yeah, look how
That's
she played that
£200
off.
for a
Or
family
tried
of 4.
to.
I know I can't be the only one to find this to be very bizarre. Read what that says right there. And honestly, what does this mean right here? What exactly does this mean? Seriously, can anybody explain to me what this means? Because I think I have a pretty good idea what this means. And I know I'm not the only one that can see things for what they really are. Oh yeah, and this video is for entertainment purposes only. All I'm doing is asking a question, and all I'm doing is sharing photos. That's all that I am doing. Photos that you can find for yourself. Because again, can you all really tell me what this means? because I think I know exactly what this means. I think I know exactly what this means.
Crazy.
Yeah. Isaiah. It was on the show. Saying I can't purchase a recall on them, but I don't see any recall online. I mean, I need 4. I can only give you 1. I don't have to give you 1, but I'm going to. Yeah, at least do 2 then? I mean. Once they get to the register, you're supposed to like take it. No, my bad. You said you good. That's why. No. I mean, I wanted 4. I wanted 4. I mean. I said I give you 2. I'm not supposed to like give it to you.
That's crazy. Yo, you can find things at Home Depot for a penny? I need to go shopping at Home Depot. I did not know that there was a glitch at Home Depot like this. Did anybody else know of this glitch? Yo, oh, did y'all see that beam? I know y'all seen that beam. What is that? It's probably mad you keep flashing the light in its eye.
Shorty, tell me that ain't nothing flaming falling out the sky, G. On Cato Gray, and it's going down, G. What the fuck is that, bro?
Yo, what is that for real? It's moving like...
Shorty, what the fuck is
I'm looking at? It's a couple of them.
Am I tweaking?
Oh, snap.
I mean, y'all can barely see what it look, but look, what the fuck is that? Gee, this thing was just falling out and turned into light. What the fuck is this, boy? The one at the top right now, that's a plane, so I can see that's a helicopter or something. But this other shit, oh, look, shorty, it's falling and then it turned into... What the fuck?
Y'all ready for Skyfall? These service dogs in grocery stores are getting out of hand.
Right now, you can save £50 per person.
Bruh.
That's £200 off for a family of 4.
Yeah, get your dogs out the grocery
Millions
stores,
of
man.
free child place holidays available.
Don't nobody want none of that
22
cabbage or lettuce or
kilograms of
nothing
baggage
anymore.
included.
Come on, man. Dog stepping all up on the cabbage.
But now,
And that's supposed to be a service dog.
nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save 50.
So,
Yo, hold on. I got to rewind that. Did y'all see that?
Nothing beats a
What was
Jet2
that, a
holiday.
frog?
And right now, you can save 50.
so Memphis, Tennessee, the National Guard did show up. And right when they showed up, a bunch of the funniest young brothers I have ever seen stole not 1, but fucking 2 tanks and took them for a joyride. They're ghosting the whip. A whole bunch of brothers driving down the street, running through the apartment so they can show everybody that they stole the tanks from the National Guard. Oh my God. Yeah, hey, Memphis, way to show up and show off. Holy cow, I can't believe it. National Guard, you should lock your tank when you get out, not like leave it sitting around, because you got your ass's tank stolen. Not 1 tank, but 2 tanks. Oh my God, this is the funniest fucking thing. Search Memphis tank. You'll see these guys driving around, sitting on top of these 2 tanks, riding them through the hood. Fucking A.
F and A. Yo, stole a tank. If a regular citizen could just go up and steal a tank. Come on, man. What type of security do you really have? National Guard, what are y'all doing? Did you put that out there on purpose so that it would get stolen? Like, I'm curious. Maybe we should load up on tanks. What brain rot does to a person.
Wow. 6, 7, 6, 7.
tweaking out like these little middle school kids. You know what's crazy is my kids, right? They'll come up to me and they'll say, Dad, that show has brain rot words on it. Or they be like, those kids use brain rot words. They're not supposed to say that. Or if I even say something crazy, they look like, Dad, that's a brain rot word. I'm doing something right.
Look at this. Perfect. Oh my God. Isn't it great?
How'd it survive?
I know, it's my dream.
How'd it survive?
Everywhere. This is...
People said I should not touch it, so I installed a camera inside the vault to keep you updated with the alien without having to open it. Oh yeah, this is the little alien, little UFO. So listen, some years back, there were some officials from South Africa. I believe it was South Africa or some portion of Southern Africa. And they were saying that they have an alien species invading their land, right? And you know, when you first read the headline, you're like, an alien species, like an actual alien. But no, they were talking about plant life. And they're saying this plant life that's invading our land is not normal. This is alien. This guy found this little meteor in his backyard in the dirt, right? He took it and then it started sprouting something after. Imagine if he never found it. What would have happened? This thing would have sprouted in the dirt, in the earth, and done its thing. Are they seeding the planet with something? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, are these little meteors, are they trying to put things in the earth? You know what this reminds me of, though? Do you remember the guy who said he caught an orb in a box? And was riding around town with this orb in the box. Y'all remember that?
And Jim, is this part of that investigation? Is that winding down at all yet?
It is indeed, Jeff. Take a live look behind me. This is what's left of the FBI evidence recovery team inside this car. And take a look at this vehicle. We believe this is the owner of the business just returning to take back possession of his business. More on that in a second. But take a look. Another busy day out here on Detroit's east side, just down the road from City Airport. Sources say they have removed several boxes of what is believed to be human remains. Sources say many people. This was a big operation. And get this, inside this business, a saw used to cut up bodies, it is believed. All taken away as evidence to the Wayne County Medical Examiner's Office, where it will be tested. This business is known as International Biological. It advertised as a medical educational service provider. The owner is Art Rathburn. He has a mortician license, has had in Michigan since 1982. But the big question is, did he get human bodies illegally? And was he selling them illegally? Just moments ago, the owner, we believe, showed up. I tried to ask him some questions. Mr. Rathburn, will you talk with us? What do you have to hide, sir? Now, sources tell me the FBI is not out here on a fishing expedition. Mr. Rathburn is not charged with any crime. He is not in custody. They did search his house in Grosse Pointe Park on Wednesday as well. How could he get bodies that are not donated to science? This is shocking to the funeral home industry in Metro Detroit. We're going to have more on that part of this story next hour at 6. Jeff, Carolyn?
Well, Jim, obviously some extensive evidence gathering there. Are we just at the tip of the iceberg on this investigation, you think?
Could very well, and we're not clear on how long it's going to take to do the testing of what is believed human remains. But get this, you had a death in your family, you thought there was a burial or a cremation, and then you find out the body ended up here. Shocking, to say the least.
Certainly so. A lot of questions remain tonight, Jim. Thank you.
All right, so like, I didn't hear anything about McDonald's, but that's still messed up. And I still don't put it past me. They could still be using that stuff in McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's. What do you guys think's going on here?
But I think it was actually this. I'm starting to see a trend that every time you start talking about the Bible, you start talking about God, you start talking about spiritualism.
Hold on. Where's she been at? I haven't seen a Candace Owens video in quite some time. To be honest, it's been like some months.
And recognizing that America and the West is an anomaly, that there are spiritual forces that are working on people at all times, the media panics because the media, in my view, is a bit satanic. I genuinely believe this, and so did one of the people that was watching this trend. I had a random user reach out and say, yeah, the reason they're freaking out is because NASA is satanic. The origins of NASA are satanic. And I went, what? What are you talking about? And OMG, you guys, buckle up. What I am about to tell you, you're not even going to believe me, but you can just research this. You don't even have to go down a dark hole on Reddit. You can just literally open Wikipedia. It is so in our faces, and yet we don't learn about this. And now I understand why they are very upset with me. So you may have heard of a man named Aleister Crowley. If you haven't, I'll provide you with some brief spark notes.
So it looks like Candace watched some of our videos, though. She's part of the community now. This is stuff we've been talking about forever. We always been saying what NASA is. We know what the Hebrew name for NASA is. We know what the symbol for NASA is.
Mr. Crowley was an Englishman. He was also a drug abuser. He was a bisexual who is credited with heavily influencing the eventual counterculture revolution of the 60s in America. Free love, free love. Yeah, that book, Chaos. Things got weird and satanic in the 60s in America. And America is where this Englishman, Aleister Crowley, eventually moved. But what he is most famous for is black magic. He was an occultist who pledged his allegiance to demons. He believed that he could summon demons, okay? The story goes that when he was 13 years old, he read the book of Revelation in the Bible, and he became inspired, not by Jesus Christ, but by the seven-headed beast that is ridden by the whore of Babylon. So in case you are somebody that's not familiar with the Bible and Revelations, they talk about this seven-headed beast that rules over every tribe and people and tongue and nation, okay? So it's satanic. It's a satanic beast. When Aleister got older, he started a religious cult, a satanic cult known as the Lima. Crowley believed that the number of the beast, 666, was significant. He believed that humanity was entering in a new eon and that his religious motto, which was do what thou wilt, would rule it, right? He believed that actually he could create this beast and rule over nations by practicing rituals. He routinely practiced sex rituals. He believed in masochistic and sadistic sex, believed in free love, and he was very much connected to the elite in America. He was just openly publishing articles for Vanity Fair because he was best friends with their editor, and many of the elite in our society were his followers and believers. A Satanist. This is a fact. You can look this up. One such follower was a man named Jack Parsons, another wealthy young man. And here's what you should know about this time period. Before Jack Parsons enters the scene in America, the scientific consensus was that we would never enter space, that was an impossibility. But this rich kid...
Yeah, man, you're going to have to go to Candace's page to watch the rest of that. But it does sound like Candace is going down the rabbit hole, the Aleister Crowley rabbit hole.
Someone tell me why the Vatican secrets are tied into the Jeffrey Epstein book along with esoteric knowledge in UAPs and UFOs. Mind you, in the last book, I showed you how there were Harvard physicists and scientists that wrote equations in this book that pertain to using astrology, birth chart information, and this stuff called quasi-species to align your DNA to different spots in the universe using dimensional analysis to basically say they could use the occult and magic and astrology to get whatever they want. By far, the weirdest shit in this book, besides all the letters about girls, the rabbi's daughter, which I'm going to show you. But let's talk about the mention of the chronovisor, which is a deep, dark Vatican secret. Never in a million years did I think my Secrets of the Vatican's video would link up with the Epstein book in any way, but This shit is getting dark. And also this book talks about how there's evidence of UFOs and equations that these Harvard scientists came together and put on a board and took a picture of and put in this book. And side note, what if that's what Jeffrey Epstein has on everybody? Real UFO evidence and UAP proof, because he was a part of Epstein Institute, which was a scientific research base. So here's a picture, and this was drawn in the book, and at the top it says no excuses, and it says no. It has like these two people who I could assume one is Donald Trump. I don't know what it is, but this picture gives me Donald Trump. Mind you, they said Donald Trump was a fucking time traveler. And there's evidence that Donald Trump is a time traveler. I'm not even joking. But the drawing says, no, I will not stop the chronometer. Keep going. And then it says, too fast, too much. Please stop. When I heard chronometer, I already knew they were talking about the...
I'm sorry, is it chronometer or chronometer? I don't know. Like, my mind is just making me say chronometer for some reason. Because chronometer sounds funny.
Fucking chronovisor. Let me tell you what a chronometer is. A chronometer is a highly accurate and stable timepiece, originally a marine navigation instrument for determining longitude, that has faced rigorous precision tests in various temperatures and positions. It often refers to a watch. Mind you, it says stop the chronometer, please. It's too fast. So they would not be talking about a watch, but they would be talking about the chronovisor. And at the top of that picture, mind you, it says no excuses. And that fucking thing looks like Donald Trump. So what is a chronovisor? Chronovisor is one of the deepest, darkest secrets of the Vatican. It is said that they had this instrument, and this man right here was the creator of time fucking travel. And that's what the chronovisor is. Said to have been created by Father Pelagio Ornetti, a monk, physicist, and he was a fucking exorcist. It was described as a machine that used electromagnetic echoes to tune into past events, reconstructing sounds and images from history. Also sounds like the chronometer with precision and how accurately it was able to, predict longitudes. Ornetti claimed to have seen events such as the Passion of Christ and other historical monuments. And he alleged to have a photography of Jesus. This chronovisor was said to be a secret of the Vatican because they took it and tried to make the story look fake the same way they did Roswell, Mexico. This Roman Catholic priest that was born in the year 1925, who had dedicated his life to Christianity from a young age and was a physicist, said that he had this machine and used it. This machine was at the Vatican, and that's where he got it from, and all type of weird shit, and saying that it's basically still fucking there. Oh yeah, but that's not the craziest thing. Apparently there is a picture in this book, right, in the 50th birthday book from Epstein, of Jeffrey Epstein and the Epstein Institute with this weird equation. Here's the image of that book, and then right under it is the chalkboard where they were working out the equation. Here's the photo of what I put into ChatGPT directly from the fucking book, and y'all, it gets weird. It says that this actual equation is associated with advanced theoretical research being evaluated and reviewed, and that it's possibly linked to a UAP UFO investigation or exotic materials that require these tools to model. These mathematical frameworks are common in frontier physics, including the efforts to describe extra dimensions, exotic matter, and non-standard space-time geometrics. The fucking chronovisor and UAPs and exotic space material. The reason they can't release these files is because it straight up has some of the world's hidden knowledge. Like, we think everything's at the Vatican. What if this is the only book or the only files outside of the Vatican that include DNA research, esoteric information, astrology, and everything in between, down to the fucking time travel and the chronovisor? We need the files now. And it would make sense why they would take who out, Mr. Kirk, in order to cover this shit up.
Jeffrey Epstein has every major U.S. politician on video doing something terrible, probably to a child.
What?
Okay? Or to multiple people. The bottom line here is the United States government has become so corrupt that the time has come, I think, to clean the crap out of the stables and start over. What has happened over the years is the federal government has become an oppressive imperialist power in debt to the banks. We should not be borrowing money. The Constitution provides for printing money, not borrowing money. We've now reached the end of our descent into hell. For 1/3 of what we all spend on military wars, not the military, but military wars, for 1/3 of that, we could raise the 5 billion poor. The whole point of grand strategy is to not only prevent wars, but to stop refugees from coming here. Those refugees are coming here because we bombed their country into nothing. If you continue to bomb the rest of the world, they are going to come to your neighborhood because it's the only one not being bombed. All right, so we are creating these refugees.
Yo, that's the truth.
Patriots, this just in. Ken Panama, at Ken, has posted another video of his weird alien pet that came out of the meteorite. I know you guys have now seen the video. The ground was on fire. It's for real. Charlie, is it real? Oh, sorry. Anyway, I digress-ulate. This thing is getting huge. He has it again in a hotel safe. You know, I believe the code is 1234, something easy that anybody can just get into. But this thing is amazing. It's so creepy. It's like bioluminescent, like it glows, like the way if this is, I think it has to be graphics, because I mean, what's the other explanation? This guy really is growing this life form. It's not a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea to be growing some random life form that you don't know what it does. I mean, there's a reason we haven't brought back woolly mammoths and saber-toothed tigers and Napoleon. I digress-ulate. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments. Go to his video. I'll tag him here, at Ken. He's blowing up the TikTokulans, and as president of TikTokulan, I salute him, because we all need this. This is the distraction we all need, but hopefully it's not real. I hope this is just amazing CGI, and that every major studio is going to be like, dude, make a movie. It's like the Blair Witch Project, but with an alien. What do you guys think? Let me know in the commentaries. Secret Service Sam Out Sampson for president of TikTok.
Bro, something's going down in Panama with Ken Panama. Listen, did y'all see his latest video? Did you see his latest video? 2 hours ago. Sorry, I'm catching a cold. 2 hours ago, he posted, everybody saved the videos. Everybody saved the videos because the people that he gave these samples to blocked him. I don't know what he means by that. But we know that yesterday, at some point, most of his little samples he gave to one of the scientists or one of the labs out there in the area. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, he's scared. He's scared. And I'll tell you why he's scared. Because the Americans are onto it now. Now, since yesterday, America, us. I feel bad. But yeah, he's telling everybody to save the videos. On top of that, he goes to, I think it's a more secure lab or a secure area. When you walk in there, though, when he walks in there, not only is it dark, but the water is running. Why is the water running and no one's in the building? Someone said Little Shop of Horrors. Someone said Evolution. Yeah, vibes. So he goes in there and goes to the safe, unlocks his safe. The first thing he says in Spanish is Gigantia. Gigantia. I didn't need to look at the translation for that word. Because that motherfucking thing was on the fucking... It looked like its limbs. I told y'all, it has 1 million tentacles now, right? Not only that, it looks blue. It's transforming.
Did he really find venom? That's where it started.
Do you know how many times Donald Trump filed?
Oh, a lot.
Yeah. So then why is
but he's known as a terrible businessman. But no, he's not.
He's the president.
Yeah, but sure, but he still was known as a terrible businessman, actually a con man.
Do you know how confidently dumb you sound? You're saying it's bad that he went bankrupt 6 times. He's a billionaire and he's the president,
But
and
he's
you still
known as
knocking
a
him.
terrible businessman and con artist.
Are you known as a good businessman?
I don't know.
Okay, well, you make a lot of money?
No.
So you've been doing this every day your whole life and you're not making no money?
Nope.
And
Like you, Dan.
No, you're not like me.
What you mean? You say you don't have.
Do you have a
say you
family
don't make a lot
office?
of money.
I bet my house is bigger than yours. I bet all my houses are bigger than you. I bet I have a better.
How old are you,
Stop.
man?
Now it's how old are you?
This is embarrassing.
You're embarrassed. Yeah, because
Come on, Dan.
I got you. I bet I'd like to see your view. Can you show me your view right now? Do you live in front of water?
View of my house?
Yeah. A view of what you see when you relax, when you're not here every day. See, when you're in it,
decent.
let me just finish. Let me just see your view. When you just now said, let's just go back to how ridiculous you are. The president filed for bankruptcy 8 times, still a billionaire. He's saying he's a bad businessman. You're just not that smart.
Okay.
And you have to acknowledge that. And you know why? You're not seeing the world. You know what happens when you have to go someplace? You're laughing. You know what happens when you have to go someplace every day at 4 a.m? You can't go nowhere. You got to be here every day. You've been 15 years. You've missed the whole world. You don't know what you're talking about. And you're saying it confidently. And you're in an algorithm where people actually believe you out of response. And why you think they keep you here? They want y'all to make us dumb.
But if you work here, you would.
I would never work here. I would only.
$20 million in debt.
What you talking about? I'm not. I'm not in debt. Okay, stop right there. Stop right there. I'm not in debt at all now. What are you talking about?
Oh, you paid it all off?
When you have this bankruptcy 7 is like getting hit by the cartel with 100 bricks and they die and you don't owe no more. I want you to ask someone this is what you should do if you want to do something smart. Get a specialist, a lawyer in bankruptcy, and you ask them these questions. Get a professional up here, and then they'll tell you. Why ask me? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then when he tells you you're dumb, you'll believe him. Anyway, the difference between you and I don't think you're a proper representation of the masculine black man. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you guys are.
I'm listening.
Okay.
Like, your OG is Wendy Williams.
Yo. Facts.
Okay, so I want to be very clear here. No one, and I mean absolutely no one, outside of my husband and Erica Kirk has the power to shut me up right now. That's it. 2 people. If you got to make an appeal, you got to go to them, okay? That's what I just said is meant to be a dig to the donors that are making frantic calls trying.
I'll shut you up right now. I'm just kidding, y'all. I'm going to let her talk.
To politic this situation under control because they know I'm telling the truth, okay? Frantic calls from Seth Dillon. Oh, my God. The truth is that Charlie was under immense pressure and he was facing financial threats over his shifting stance on Israel.
Oh.
Weeks ago, before Charlie lost his life, Charlie was in the Hamptons and he had more than one event, but he had essentially what was staged, an intervention was staged by Bill Ackman because Charlie's rational thoughts about Israel were a no-no. This is not the route that you should be going on. And Charlie was surrounded by his friends, his quote unquote friends. Bill Ackman was very upset and threats were made. That is what I am told. And I will tell you that I am very happy for Bill Ackman to dispute this narrative. In fact, he was asked to dispute this narrative. Max Blumenthal went out to him today and Bill Ackman came back and said, I have receipts I can show you. And he did not provide the receipts. This is not how it went down. I know it went down this way. I'm waiting for one of them to go on record and to say that it didn't go down this way. It was at this time that Bibi Netanyahu was called and Charlie was invited to Israel. This was an under duress situation, I would say. And I know that Charlie was offered a ton of money in this moment. A ton of money. Bibi would fund it, spend tons of money. And I know for a fact that Charlie denied that funding, that Charlie denied, and what Bibi didn't include there, he declined to go to Israel. Charlie said no to Bibi. Okay. Bill Ackman, if you would like to dispute that, I would love to hear what you say happened, because our sources and what we have, it's solid. Okay. There were conversations that took place, messages that were sent at that time, and they are solid. So I decided another person that was there, and I am not surprised this person was there. If you've been listening to my show, Seth Dillon.
And I kind of feel like that's kind of like what's going on now with the Charlie Kirk case. I don't think people are watching because they're looking for justice. I don't think people are watching because they're really interested in whether or not they have the right person or not. We just want to see who's going to get away with it, what's going to, it's weird. That's just how human nature is. So I'm sitting here and I'm looking at this kid. And the second that I heard them say that they found messages on Discord and that they're using messages from Discord, yeah, instantly I'm like, okay, there's something fallible going on here. All right, because there's a lot of stalkers here on YouTube who use Discord to set up all of their little this and set up all of their little that and to do this and to do that. Welcome, Shalay. But yeah, let's be clear. Discord is a place for nefarious behavior. But you want to know what I do know? A lot of people, they delete a lot of stuff that's in their Discords. And not only that, stuff can be planted in to people's Discord. So, it's what this look? I don't know if that's the look of regret. I don't know. You know what it looks like to me? I can't believe I'm here. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, that is a little crazy, man. The whole situation is just confusing to, I think, everybody, and it's frustrating, and there's a lot going on here, It's a sensitive topic. But yeah, guys, these are some of the most creepy and strange TikToks that are out there. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, turn your notification bells on, and until next time, YouTube, peace.